Uh, how important do you think God is to a healthy recovery? Because I'm a God fearing man, so I think that's an important question.
Well, as I mentioned before, we all carry trauma. The people that are in recovery, mass majority of people have trauma, and if it's unresolved, that's one thing. And a lot of people turn the idea of God off in their mind. Some people are from different denominations where something may have happened where they just don't want God in their life. For me personally, I stopped believing in God when I was 17. I mean, I renounced God. A kid died that was in a car accident, and I ended up in juvie. And so I turned my back on God. I thought there's no room for a God like that in my life, taking that kid's life away from him without him even knowing it and putting my life in this type of jeopardy, right? So I stopped believing in God for a long time when I was 35, almost 36, and I got into recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I started buying into this idea of God being all encompassing, all loving, a warm, beautiful God that loves me, as opposed to what we learn in lots of religions where it almost seems like it's a punishing God. I'm also, I studied God.
Mm-hmm.
I studied many religions throughout my life. Like I want to make sure that I can't just say I'm right about what I think. If I'm a hardline atheist or agnostic, which I was both at some point in my life, I didn't want to be certain of it unless I studied stuff. So I would study religions to see if maybe I want to subscribe to one of them, and I didn't want to subscribe to none of them. Coming into the path of recovery, you don't have to be in any religion to believe in God. God is not religion. God is spiritual. So for me,
religion is just an organized way for you to connect with God.
That's right.
In a certain form of fashion, like
sure.
However you decide,
and that's why I respect religions, man. If I've gone to Catholic, Christian, Mormon.
Yeah.
I've gone to synagogues. I've gone to mosques, and just to investigate how everybody's connecting to God in religious settings. But for me, I just like to get on my knees and just say thank God for another day. I wouldn't be where I am today, Jamal, in my sobriety if I didn't have this strong relationship with God.
I have a strong relationship with God too. I think it's super important.
Absolutely.
I personally believe that the trials and tribulations you go through in life are ways to make you get closer to God. If you don't, you just keep spiraling out of control.
I couldn't agree with you.
I want to tell you something. Well, I don't drink. I had decided I'm not going to drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped. And this lady down the street from me, she says, Jamal, come here. I got a gift for you. Now, I used to love Heineken. Like, that was my thing.
Yeah.
She said, I got a gift for you. Now, I already said I'm not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
And I walked in her door, and she said, the box is heavy. It was one of them 28?
24 pack or something.
Yeah, of Heinekens.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, and I said, I can't take it. I'm not drinking. I don't drink anymore. I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, my God, I just spent, this was, expensive box of Heinekens. I said, I'm cool. You save them for when you have a party or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not interested. And when I went through this situation, I felt like somebody would say, well, the devil was trying to tempt you. And I say, nah, I don't think that. I said that was God trying to see if I'm going to stand on what I said I was going to do.
As in, like, not drinking?
Yeah. I was seeing if he was testing my ability to change.
Yeah.
At that particular moment.
Yeah.
That's just something I always put that. I like that story because it's true, and I had dedicated myself to getting more into my spirituality and connecting more with God.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm not going to drink. I don't want to drink. I need to have a clear mind. I want to be focused, and I want to be right all the way around. I want to change my life 100%. Like, I want to be a new guy. I don't want to be the same dude anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then she offers me this beer, my favorite. I don't drink liquor or none of that. Just Heinekens. And she's got the biggest case of Heineken that you could buy retail. And I'm like, that was God.
Yeah.
He sent that to see
Hmm.
you know, he's testing me. I put it. I really think that's like divine intervention.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Most deaf.